Last time on Sentinel Comics, the role-playing game. Welcome to Peyton City, the jewel of the Midwest.
So as we begin our story, we are actually at the funeral of Rhyme, who is my father.
You have to let me through. You don't understand. He was like a father to me.
A blizzard in late summer. It was quite uncharacteristic.
You all arrive at the university at around the same time.
Obviously, there's more to Professor Saderlin than meets the eye.
I gotta investigate the mystery. I gotta know what's happening. I gotta keep going and keep problem solving. Like, I have to, not to, like, no pun intended, pull at those threads.
The string that is holding together the bagman in the room starts unraveling.
Oh no.
And starts snaking along the floor down the hallway. Welcome back, everybody.
Good to be here.
Yeah. When last we had our heroes, they were in the university investigating some things, and a string started to get away from you.
Yes.
Is that correct? Anybody remember that any differently?
The bagman that I captured is falling apart and his string is escaping.
Yeah.
And I wanted to follow it. I wanted to chase it. I want to catch it.
Right.
I want the string.
Stomp it.
I have to roll for it?
No.
No.
Nope.
I step on it.
You stepped on it.
I jump on it.
Yeah.
I eat the string.
No,
please
don't
don't.
do
I
that.
swallow the string.
Really don't do that.
I am a string now.
I'm very interested in what will happen.
Okay.
For science,
No,
do it.
He's just going to cough it up like a hairball.
Yeah, you're
just like if a
definitely
cat.
dead.
All right, cool. Cool. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay,
Second episode, dead.
I was rolling to see how many times you died. That was a 3.
I died thrice.
So you died 3 times.
That's not bad. That's not
You
bad.
still have 6 more lives. You're a cat.
I'm not a cat.
He's a cat.
No, so
You
I
just
am a cat,
swallowed
but Evie's
string.
not a cat.
You are a cat.
Okay.
All right. So you follow the string.
No, I want to like I don't want to just follow it. I want to try to, if I can, like get to it and like stamp on it or grab it or something. So it's not just like we're following the string at a distance. Like no.
Okay.
Like have it like on a leash or something.
You've got a hold of it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and it is suspended in the air.
Oh
sort of.
wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of strings.
Snaking around like this.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah. Yep.
It's pulling mightily.
It's pulling. Yeah. It's not like dragging you.
All right.
It's just like
Tugging.
if you were holding the string and I was pulling it hard enough to not yank it out of your hand, but to suspend it.
Can I? Okay. Cool. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Do you
That's
have
what
an
it was.
example, or do you have... Sorry.
Do you want me to pull your hair as much as I would pull the No.
I just...
Really don't.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No, I'm good.
That was the only string that I saw. I guess there's wires. I don't want
Please
to
don't
pull
get
those.
those.
I'll just pull this random cord. What happens here?
It's almost like this.
So the string is.
You have 2 ties coming down from your shirt, and the first thing you go for is my hair, and the second one is the cords that make this recording happen.
It's like this.
Yeah, okay.
It's just pulling like that.
I figured.
Yeah. So in following it, it leads you back to the main room of the university, the main entry hall, where you see a larger bagman. And it looks like it is composed of multiple bagmen, sort of stitched together as they are. Not like one sticking out of the side of it. It looks like it's assembling into one.
It wasn't a horrific bag golem
No.
where like each of its arms is a bagman and its head's a bagman,
Yeah.
its torso is a bagman, and the legs are bagman.
No.
Okay.
This is just like this is
That's
just a
fine.
big one, and it's trying to get.
Oh, it wants the string?
It wants that.
I do not get the string.
The string's trying to get to it.
It's my string.
What do you do?
I've got like a spool, like an empty thread spool in my pocket, and I pull it out which isn't like a weird thing for me to have. That's just a very normal thing for me to have.
Right.
As I pull it out, and I'm just gonna wind the string around the spool and secure it in place with the tack.
Okay.
What does it do?
It's just sort of
It's like mixing a jumping bean.
It's still attached, right? Or have we like
Attached to what?
attached
not
to them?
attached to anything.
It was
never
it's
was.
never been.
Okay.
I'm not letting
Okay.
it. Right. That's the thing is, I want to stop it before it gets to that thing.
Yeah.
If you were to let go,
I'm guessing it
I
would just.
assume it would. Yeah.
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 Okay.
So what we do is we
Keep
pack
secure.
this spool full of C4, and then let it go. Yeah, you can have it.
That is not a very nonviolent solution.
Does anybody of you have any C4? Because I don't, because I'm
You
nonviolent.
might laugh. I might have something that would make it.
Something
I would
explosive.
be shocked if you had C4.
Not
That is
C4, but an explosive thing.
chemicals of
Yeah.
some sort.
There's a sneaky workaround to try and be like everyone
You don't
else
need
can
C4 to make a
do all the
C4.
The Floral Phantom doesn't have any, but Maggie has them in her office.
Maybe.
I have concerns.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes!
All right, so what do you do with this wool?
I just put it in my pocket.
Okay. Which pocket?
My outside pocket here.
Okay. Not the same one as the needle.
The needle lives just right, like, it doesn't live in a pocket. I take the needle and I, like, stab it into the fabric and fold it through, so the needle's just always right here.
Okay.
And I've lost it before, but whatever, it always ends back up there again.
Okay. So it's
in the outside pocket, though.
It is twitching in your pocket.
Yeah.
Just kind of
It's
dancing.
not enough of a pull to like, other than being annoying. It's not
Right.
enough of a pull to matter.
It's not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. It's hardly even annoying. It's like if your phone was on vibrate all the time.
It's a thing where you feel your phone vibrate in your pocket, but it didn't.
It's like that. It's more like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except something did vibrate.
Phantom
It's a
vibrations.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, cool. I'm glad we solved that problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's leave here.
so-
I don't want to hang out with this big guy.
The big one stands
No.
and turns around.
Was it back to us before?
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was
see
hunched.
you there.
It was hunched like this. Stands up.
What are you
like
guys
that.
doing here?
Turns around, faces you,
Yeah.
and points to your pocket, and does like this
I'm sorry.
with its finger.
I assume it doesn't talk based on its.
It does not talk.
I go like this.
This is a hefty bag man.
Oh, a hefty bag man.
It is a D10 lieutenant.
Oh, he's swole.
Yeah, he's one big. Yep.
Hit you with those like real hip terms.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and he motions to you, and it is your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
So
you can
okay,
go.
I look at this bag man,
Yeah.
and I see that it's not multiple stapled together.
Let me stop you real quick.
Please, Jim.
One thing that I forgot. You all earned some hero points last time.
Oh,
last
we
session.
did. Oh,
Yeah, we
yeah.
did.
Sorry, we're
Yeah.
just jumping right in.
Yeah, we did.
We've
just
got
jump
hero
right in.
points.
Right.
That's right. That's true.
I believe you got all 5, right?
We did.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
get all 5.
So you can attribute those 5 however you wish amongst 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So you get 1 4 and 1 1, or 2 2s and a 1, or 3 and a 2, or 3 and 2 1s.
Or you can get 4 1s.
You get 5 1s.
Yeah, you get 5 1s.
Right, yeah.
If you want.
You actually can you?
Yes.
Because there's only 4 slots.
That's amazing.
I just want to make sure that we actually can get 5 of them, even though there's only 4 slots.
Yeah.
No,
Or
you'd
you-
have to get like a 2 and
Okay.
some 1s.
I'm just making sure.
You want to diversify your portfolio.
Yeah.
And then you have to declare them before you use them.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean? Sorry.
You have to declare them before you use them, which means you have to do them.
Now,
before
is there
you use
any
them.
limit on numbers that you can use on a roll?
No. If you wanted to, you could.
If you could put them in all ones and say I'm going to use all of them.
Yeah, but you'd have to justify because all of them are a thing.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, I've got 5 floating 1s.
Right.
It'd be like, okay, hold on. Because in this last session, this one thing happened. So if you did 5 1s
Yeah.
and you were in like, okay, I'm about to do this roll and I'm
Yeah.
going to add all 5 of them. Let me tell you about 5 specific things
5
that happened in the
specific
last
things.
session, and those 5 things are going to give me one
So
plus
how
1 each.
creative are you?
Right.
Is the limit on how flexible these hero points are?
I'm pretty sure I can all a lot, but
Do these hero point rewards stick around from session to session?
No.
They do not. They go away at the end of the session.
You are incentivized to use them. Yeah, because what we should have done at the end of last session is actually name the issue for that session.
Correct.
And then
But
you
it's okay.
end the session with naming an issue. You start a new session with doing hero points. We did neither of those things.
Right.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. We're going to keep going.
Yep.
Yep.
We're just excited to play.
I know. Yeah. All right.
All right. So
Now
I'm
you can
looking
take
at
a
this
turn.
chap.
Yes, you're looking
It's
at
made up
this
of
hefty
other
bagmen.
bagmen, and I'm like, because I saw last session, in case you recall, I saw everything. And so
Literally everything.
I saw
is
literally
right.
everything. Yeah. And so I'm actually going to use one of my hero point things right now
Okay.
on the fact that I saw literally everything. I have a
There's just like some residual stuff
right
floating
that's-
around. in
right.
there.
So I have a +2 and a +3, and I'm going to use my +2 right now on this roll to be like, oh, in the threading that thread through this needle, I don't understand, but there's a part of my like lizard brain that like gets how these things are put together, and I to you two, I'm like, hey, plants and reluctances.
or awareness.
No,
Reluctances.
I think.
Riley.
I think that if we attack that seam there and that seam there, this might all just fall apart. And so, with
Just a giant punching bag. I'm okay with this.
right, and so with that, I am specifically
No.
making using my lightning calculator, my insight, and we're in the yellow zone because I'm in the yellow zone. My health is still not not up.
You're not.
And
Are you boosting them?
I'm boosting both of them.
Yeah.
One of them I'm boosting with my mid, and one of them boosting with my min. I have a +2 to one of those two, and I will decide after I roll
Yep.
which one I apply it to.
Great.
So,
Let's do it.
so I got a 6, a 3, and a 4. So putting it on the 4 and the 3 are my two bonuses. Putting it on the 4 wouldn't do anything, so I'll make the 3 into a 5. So they both get a +2.
Okay.
I would call this measured advice.
Oh, nice. Because you measure in sewing.
That's correct.
Yes.
And if you pass it to me, I can actually use some of my postcognition and observe the situation to give all of the rest of you a boost until the start of my next turn.
That's great.
Great.
I'm going to pass it to him. No, I'm going to pass it to him.
Great. Good. So I'm going to use insightful observation. So I've been looking at how these things came together
Yeah.
a lot. We've been like messing around with them for the past several scenes.
Right.
And so I'm going to use my postcognitive psychic abilities to kind of like see how they're put together to give you even more of like a sense of what's going on here.
Okay.
Kind of like yell out some hints and pro tips. So I'm going to boostering procognition, or postcognition, which is an 8. And then I'm going to use my insight, which is a 10. And then I'm in the yellow zone because of my health. And I think I'm specifically going to use my +2 from last time as well, for my hero point rewards, because
From all the stuff.
from all the stuff that I was doing, messing around
on
with
the
them. I've
tape.
also seen all these VHS tapes
Right.
that I'm carrying around with me. So I've got armloads of
Which
VHS
are now
tapes.
canonically VHS
Yeah.
tapes. You've pushed us far enough that they're no longer flash drives.
So here we go. This gets +2, and the mid is a 7.
Hey,
Plus
nice.
2, so 9, so that's
Yeah.
a +3.
That's a +3.
Yeah, +3.
So now this bonus applies to all hero attack and overcome actions until my next turn.
Nice.
Wow.
So I'll go last.
Yeah, so you two
Next.
both have a +2 to your next attack and a +3.
Yes.
So you both have a +5 to your next attack.
Wow.
I think we can take this guy down.
Yeah, it's
Let's
potential. Yeah.
that bad boy.
Who's next?
I like saying it.
We're proud of that one, aren't you?
Thank you for laughing.
No problem. Here for support.
Who's next?
Are you intentionally sandbagging?
I think Floral Phantom.
I'm going to use Rooted. So it says attack using plants, hinder that same target with my min die.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him, I'm sizing him up, and I'm like, this is a big dude, so I'm going to plant myself in. Yeah. Literally with roots. So I'm rooting
Right.
myself in and then also attacking. So I use my plant. I'm going to use. So this is, I think it's leadership, but like also I don't know. I have that.
leadership, then it's good, but justify it by telling us how you are being a leader in this situation.
Yeah.
Well, like you told me that advice, and I'm attacking first, and
It sounds like I leaded.
yeah, I know. So you gave me a little bit of help, a little bit of advice, and so
Yeah.
did Paul, or so did Coda, and I'm going first in my attack, so I'm leading the charge, if you
Okay.
will.
Are you maybe like trying to inspire someone who's more reluctant to fight?
I'm like, yeah, like this. It's so terrible. I would never do that.
And I leave. Peace out.
Yeah, I would never do that.
All right,
Also,
so I would
sorry,
never lead.
no, I just wouldn't do it like that. I would just be like,
How would you do it?
that I'm gonna like go out
that's
first
nice.
and be like,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
let's see what we can do
Like
with
how?
this.
Maybe
and
say
then
something encouraging.
Show me.
you got it. You got
All
this.
right.
Good job. I'm not
Give-
good at
Maggie's
encouraging
having
words.
such a hard time
I don't do
being
encouraging.
like being encouraging. She's like, I don't know how somebody would be encouraging. Pretend I'm encouraging.
Could you theater of the mind? However, whatever words inspire you.
You don't suck.
You know, oh man, I suck.
You know,
My mid is a 2. I
Okay.
have
you have
a +5,
So,
So this is
7
seven.
so
for
it's
the
7,
attack.
Okay.
and then I hinder with 1.
We'll get there.
Sorry.
Hey, it does not defend.
Right, so it is reduced to die size already.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I hinder it for 1.
Right, so it has a -1 to its
Yeah.
next
Okay.
action, which will be a defense roll. So it's a -1 on its next defense roll.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Next, could you
Against a +5 attack.
can you grab this out?
I could.
What is on this?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you handing
Oh,
it off to Jen?
Do you want to go next? Yeah. Okay.
There's only one of these this time. He can't hand it to himself.
Okay.
So
Measured. This is gone.
Cool. So
Here's why you hand it to Jen. When you hand it to the bagman is incentivized to hand it to Paul, because as soon as he does, Paul's bonus ends.
Okay.
that's true.
Although, if you hand it to Bagman now, it can't hand it to Paul
Right, yes,
because
that's
Paul
That's
is,
true.
is out of.
That's
right.
also true.
And so, if you hand it to Paul to the Bagman last,
Then
then
it'll do that.
it can't
So yeah,
hand it to Paul.
actually
So
doing
you
it
should hand it to
so-
Bagman.
So Bagman,
So
not Jen.
he'll hit a
Or
little harder,
Riley.
but
It'll hit a little harder, but it won't hand it to Paul and immediately into the bonus that he's
Right,
giving out
and
to
then
everybody.
you all get the
Sorry,
bonus again.
sorry,
Yep.
Pam.
That's all right. Just like
Hefty
give me
Bagman.
some-
I'm just trying to.
okay. He is going to attack you.
Oh, he's not coming after me. I've got the thread.
Yeah,
do
it
it.
does.
I'm waving the thread around like, look, I'm special.
She just
I eat the
attacked
thread.
him.
Yeah.
She just attacked. So he's like, these things are dumb.
Yeah, I like
So,
that.
Yeah, they're not gonna strategize that well. So he does a 5 minus 1, so that's a 4, and he also hinders with his same die roll.
So I'm not going to let that happen.
Oh,
So
okay.
as the big, this is a big guy, and as the big stompy slash thing comes down,
Yeah.
I pull out my needle and I just cut slice a little space in a fold in space.
Okay.
And as the smash comes down, part of it, maybe all of it, dissipates into somewhere else.
Okay.
I reduce it by 4.
Okay. So he does 0 damage, but you're still hindered
Yeah.
for
Can I
minus 2.
react still?
Yeah, unless
Depends on what the
it depends
reaction
on what
is.
the reaction is.
Well, so
If
it's
it
one
means-
attacked.
You were still attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
okay.
attacked. Yeah.
It's called Vicious Vines.
Quick question: would the hinder that just went on her apply to this one, or does it not go into effect until after? Because it's
It would apply
part,
to this one
it's part of the
because
attack.
this is after she's attacked. After
Okay.
she's attacked, she reacts with this thing.
So it's the
she
full
already has-
attack resolves, and then you do. So you do have a minus 2 to this.
But
Okay,
that means
cool.
that your minus
Yeah.
2 will be gone by the time you take
Right.
your next action.
Yeah.
This
Dope.
is great.
Great. So you
so-
still do 4 damage to it.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
It rolls and doesn't block.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's down to a 6 already.
Yep. And so, Jen,
Yeah.
here's a fun thing.
Yeah.
The lieutenant, if you manage to do 12 damage to it, you kill it outright without it rolling defense.
And you get +5.
You have a +5,
Yeah.
so it's not impossible.
So if I roll better than I did in the
7
last
or higher.
session,
And entirely, if you better than you ever have in this with this
This is the
character.
fastest I've ever seen a D10 lieutenant taken down.
We've got good synergies here.
You do.
People are like, oh man, boosts aren't very strong.
Boosted hinders are
Yeah.
mega strong.
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
making a big assumption that I'm going next.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
I
you
mean-
are.
Okay.
You have
And
to.
You have to
Okay.
go next.
And
Yeah.
because the bag is passing it
Cool.
to you.
Yep.
The bag.
You're the only
bag.
one left.
So I will use Precise Strike, attack using Acrobatics, and that gives me a D10. And I ignore all penalties on this attack, ignore any defend actions, and it cannot be affected by reactions.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So
It
that's
still rolls its defense.
It still rolls its
so
defense. That's
legitimately.
like if it had like a -1
Right.
defense on everything like that,
right.
it would ignore
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
It would have ignored it, but that's okay. Acrobatics, and then I'll be using probably Agility because I've got to
Sure.
get across and get in position to do that. So that'll give me a D8.
You could leap
I know.
across.
That's what I was trying to think about, like where we were.
So you just came in the
Skipping.
hallway.
Right.
It's right in the middle of the room.
And this is
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like,
step
a,
up
it's
to
like
it.
an
This-
atrium or
It's
something.
yeah, it's like a big
tall.
entranceway.
So you could, like,
hallway.
leap up and
Cool.
kick it in the
yeah,
face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
yeah.
great. So I'll use leaping then.
Yeah,
I'm
great.
sure there's like some tables and chairs that I can kind of come and
Yeah, there's like a table set up to
Yeah.
sign people up for the military. Like,
Are you,
like, they always come
so,
and do that.
Like,
Are you in the
run
green
in
zone?
through the door. I am. So I'm gonna
Nice.
get
So
a
you get some good
10
dice.
from that. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have a +5 to this.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just got to roll a 7
Yeah.
for your mid die.
Yeah, you can do that.
No problem.
I believe in you.
All 3 of your
Yeah.
dice can do better than that, so you got this. An 8, an
Yeah.
11, and a
a
7. 8!
Oh.
You murder him!
Oh my gosh.
She got 13. He
wanna
doesn't
do-
even roll defense.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
doubled this, so you just crush it. You want to explain how that happens? You want to paint a picture?
Yeah, so obviously I've got the knowledge of like, all right, this is your target, aim for this seam right here.
Yeah.
Great. So I come in from behind, dodge around the people that are in the doorway. There's a table to the side, so I run in, kind of like one hand side leap over the table to get
Nice.
more momentum, and then come through from the side. And then I get at the right angle that I can position myself to get my more dominant hand, and I just go in and I go like full force, throw a punch directly at, actually, no, flying knee directly at
Oh,
that
yeah,
seam.
there you go.
Better lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying knee.
Yep.
That's what you want. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it just like falls to the ground in a pile of threads and
Yeah.
fabric, and you feel the one in your pocket stop moving.
Mm.
Yeah. So here you are. Good job.
Battle
You just
rather
like
quickly.
took that guy apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go up to it
Yeah.
and pull another red thread from it, put it on another spindle, put it in another pocket.
Just collecting them.
I have decided this is a thing now. I was like, wait a minute, this thread is special and weird.
Yeah.
There's something going on here. I'm just gonna harvest a bunch of this thread.
Okay.
I'm sure that's fine.
Harvest it.
Yeah.
I really don't like that term.
Yeah.
So you were on your way to investigate
Yes.
the professor's apartment.
Yes, Professor Saderland,
Saderland.
the history professor,
Yeah.
Yes.
who lives in an apartment, and we have
Yeah.
some personal mail of his
Yeah.
with that apartment address, which is in no way violating somebody's privacy or anything like that. Just going to show up at his apartment.
Yeah.
Fine. Privacy wasn't really my main
We're not gonna
concern
knock
when we
on the
were
door
all
and ring the
like,
bell. We're just gonna.
Break in.
You're just gonna bring
That makes it fine.
Right.
Right.
We wouldn't want to disturb him.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
you
violent, not ethical.
you make your way.
Non-criminal.
Do you have anything you want to do between now and then? In between making your way downtown?
Moving fast.
Walking
Right.
fast. Is that kid with us? Is that kid still with us?
Eli.
Yeah.
He's still there. Yeah, I mean he's still like in the hallway.
Okay.
Time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm getting out of here.
Eli, go get some sleep.
Yeah.
If you end up...
Don't gotta tell me
"Saw the
twice.
bad."
Actually, I want to be like, do you have a photo of the doctor? Because like no one knows what he looks
Why would
like.
I have a photo of my professor?
You've not taken a selfie with your professor?
No.
I
Wait,
have.
we have the ability to get his address from the mail, the computer, and everything else, but we can't just like go online and be like, Professor, who
We
is
hadn't
this?"
yet.
That's true.
I mean,
I don't
like, we
have a cell
definitely
phone.
could, but we haven't
I do.
yet. Is my point. So like, if we get to the
Google.
building and
What
we
happens if
break
you
into
Google
his
this professor? Because there's some...
What if
there's
he's
some
right out in the
question-
hallway as we're like?
Are you
Yeah,
Googling
break
it?
in.
Hold
No,
on,
I think
hold
it's
on.
fair.
Okay.
I think we should know what he
There's
looks
some
Yeah.
question as
I
to
think we
like the realness of this professor, because
Yeah.
you
Yes.
remember? So
Well,
what
I
happens
just
if you...
Googled him.
Yeah.
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 Okay,
What
so you
happens?
just Googled
Googled.
him. He is on record as being like the first result is the university webpage.
Sure.
It has a
Got a
nice
CD there.
photo of him.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What's
He's-
he look like?
He's very unassuming. He has some brown hair that's nicely combed. He's well dressed as a professor usually is.
Okay.
And like that's it. He's just it's a headshot in front of the quad. There's like a grassy hill
like a
behind it.
pipe.
No pipe. They're not.
Spade elbow patches. Oh,
You-
okay.
You can't see his elbows. It's just like here up, shoulders, head and shoulder. It's like a bust. You know.
Well, this was a bust.
Yeah. It says he's been on faculty for
How long?
for 7 years.
Okay, so you definitely
It's
should
like-
know who this person
You
is.
should
I'm like-
definitely should.
What the heck?
Yeah.
This-
What did he
Yeah.
get his PhD?
Just say some words. It's gonna be fine. It's
He
gonna be
actually
fine.
got it at Megalopolis University.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, yeah. Just went there, came here to teach at a smaller town. Yeah.
Does he specialize in a particular type of history or?
So he actually
Ancient.
he has
Established before.
he is well lauded in his field for his papers on causality and temporal mechanics.
In history.
This is in addition to his historical research.
Sure.
He also
Okay.
he also does
multidisciplinary.
yeah.
Quantum history.
He's a very,
Quantum history.
very History Channel kind of professor,
Right.
right?
Ancient aliens.
Yeah,
Right.
Yes.
exactly.
He knows a
Right.
lot about those.
Yeah. You gotta
He
keep
knows how the
track of them.
pyramids were really made.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like trying not to necessarily give, because I guess everyone here knows that I work at the lab. Like we've all figured that one out about me. I'm not very good at keeping a secret.
You were looking in the microscope there, be like, oh,
In an
hold
office
on,
with
let
your
me
name
check
on
my
it.
papers.
Well, you didn't know my name.
It doesn't say floral phantom on
Yeah,
the
That's true.
You made me write it on there. Anyways, so I was just gonna be. I think I was just like super baffled. Like this is just not real. This just can't be. Like it doesn't make any
So,
sense.
I don't mean to be like too detail oriented, but you are technically in here looking like Floral Phantom. We have no idea that you're a professor.
Yeah, I mean you walked in and like immediately my outfit changed. So
Yeah.
yeah, like technically no one would have known. We could
Tore
all
her
just
other
play it
clothes
off.
apart.
Yeah.
Whenever,
Okay, cool.
whenever I walk into a room and somebody's outfit magically, mysteriously changes, I go, they're probably a professor who works here.
Yeah. So technically, I
is my
was
first
like making sure that I remembered what we had.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't
well,
really
that's-
set it up before,
Right.
but like I clearly know what I'm doing, where I am here.
Yeah.
But to everyone else here, I could just know a lot about this school for some reason.
Okay.
So
you make your way across town. You get to the.
This is like middle of the night at this point.
This is the middle of the night. Yeah. You get to the professor's apartment building, and it is a surprisingly nice building in a very nice part of town. You look on the directory of the mail directory. You know,
Little buttons.
right?
I think
Little
I'm
buttons.
annoyed. You hear me I can afford this. Can't afford this.
Right.
Right.
Professor, what?
And his apartment is on the top floor. Is the penthouse apartment.
When we leave the university,
Yes.
as we're about to leave the university,
Yes.
I go, oh, hold on, I've been waiting too long on this, and I fish in my pocket and pull out the mask, and I put the mask on, I put the gloves on,
Okay.
and I've been like, I've been entirely too relaxed about this.
So you've switched to your bespoke identity.
Yeah, like if I'm going to be doing this, I need people to
Yeah,
not know.
probably.
And like I don't have a problem with these people knowing because like it's fine, but I'm supposed to be being
Right.
careful about this, and I've just been caught up in things.
Yeah.
Like thread.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I just need to detangle the situation.
Right.
Riley's pretty. I like it.
Anyway, all right.
So yeah, he has the penthouse apartment of this very nice building.
Yeah, everyone just hears me muttering under my breath, and you're just like, it's really mad for some reason.
all right.
Do you say anything about that?
No, I think I'm literally because I'm technically trying to be sneaky. I'm not very good at it because I've obviously I wasn't hiding when I was let's put him in this cabinet. I'm sure it's empty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I wasn't very sneaky about any of that stuff, but I don't think I'm trying to be this is ridiculous. I am a professor and I know that we cannot afford to live in this place.
I like that your life is that you're like people know who I am, and we're all like, who are you?
No,
I think it's pretty apparent to everybody that a normal professor cannot afford to live at this place.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
we don't.
But
We don't need a professor to tell us that.
specifically
Yeah, you don't have to be a professor to know. That, yeah.
All right.
Some bullshit.
Right.
Let's push the doorbell button, right? Let's just ring the doorbell.
Yeah.
Like buzz us
Little white
up.
button by there. Yeah.
Yeah. Bzz,
Nothing happens.
bzz,
That
bzz.
seems like a thing that you didn't want to do. That you specifically said you didn't want to do.
No, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Nothing happens. It doesn't matter how long you wait, how many times you hit it, nothing happens.
We could just lean on it for a real long time.
Oh.
Is there an operator button, like a main
No, there
building
is-
manager button?
There's a guard in the lobby,
Oh.
a sort of doorman /
Hello, guard. I'm an old man wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Come talk to me.
You gotta do the thing where you go buzz everybody and hope one of them puts you in.
I know that I can pick locks from the last time we
At
played.
3 in the morning.
While the guard watches us.
Right.
Yeah, well, a girl watches us.
Right.
I guess that's true.
I mean, you do what you want.
I
Yeah,
want to
please.
sneak back into the alley and climb up the fire escape.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm weighing this plan too. These jokers.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Do you want to just stand in front and keep ringing the
Yeah.
bells so people pay attention?
Right.
All right, good.
Well, I'm gonna knock on the glass and try to get the guard.
And then if you break
Right.
in, you can
Right.
buzz them in.
Yes.
Right. And I like that it's not even a predetermined
Yes.
plan. We're just
No.
Listen, the
Okay.
apartment is 1263.
Yeah.
So if you can get in 1263 and hit the intercom
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
okay, great.
Okay.
Bzz, bzz,
there was
bzz.
no need to pre-communicate.
Yeah.
This. That circus show is going on over there.
Do both of
yeah.
you want to roll overcomes to get up the building?
Yeah.
So,
I like that if somebody said no, you'd be like, you don't get up the building.
so I'm actually going to use my shape shifting because I can change the length of my arms and my fingers and
Oh,
stuff to
make
make
it a little
myself
bit-
a little bit easier to
yeah.
climb and stuff like
You
that.
can make little hooks at you.
Yeah, and then I'm going to use self-discipline
make a
to get up.
pseudopod.
And then I guess I'm still in the yellow zone because I have some damage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give that a go. And I get a 6.
6. Okay. And you?
So I will use leaping, and I will use acrobatics, and I am in the green zone. What?
You said you were using leaping.
Yeah.
I said Linda.
What do you think Linda's?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
How?
You rolled a 1.
How?
Yeah.
You rolled a 1.
How?
So do you want?
Oh wait, one of those dice is wrong.
Oh,
One of those H should be a 10.
But
That's okay.
even still, that wouldn't
still.
prevent it from being like
Right.
they could all 3 be 1s.
Right.
I know.
The how of that is because dice.
Okay. So, do you want to fail or have a major twist? Leaping up this building.
I would like a major twist
Yeah.
because my rolling skills are not good enough to try this again.
Okay.
I love it.
I like that
Okay.
you call it skills.
She's all about making her own luck. Rolling dice here, not her thing.
Okay. You don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna try the.
That is going to come
Oh,
into
you're gonna
play
climb up too?
in just a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have time to.
I'm facing this. Go ahead.
I'm not big into waiting around.
You jump up and grab onto a thing, and you're actually hanging from a thing. from a side of the fire escape.
Sure.
And so like it's actually going to take a overcome to get you up onto
That's
there.
fair.
That's part of his
Yeah. I
failure
don't,
also.
I don't have
Yeah.
Like one of you is going to have to help her up.
Yeah.
I'm using normal human abilities to scale the side of a wall, so that's
Yeah.
fair.
Plant levitate.
Yeah, no, I was gonna use my vines to help pull me
Yeah.
up.
Sure.
Like, just do it faster. So plants, and then criminal underworld for breaking in,
Yeah. Okay.
and
Underworld tends to be like knowledge of criminal activities and things.
I'll allow it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
like
but
breaking
yeah.
Like breaking in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 is your
7.
7. Okay. Yeah. You get up there just fine. You're going to take a -1 on your next action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Overexertion.
Yep.
The +3's gone, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I just never marked it off.
Right.
I'm real grumpy watching you just use your abilities just to
So you get
and
up.
I'm like,
He actually has like a very nice balcony, like a very spacious balcony area that you
Perfect
all
for breaking in.
you all get onto. You're hanging off the edge of it still.
Yeah.
But the two of you see that the entire apartment has like these really nice big glass windows, nice sliding glass doors, and it's completely dark inside.
I mean, that's normal. It's the middle of the night.
Right.
glass doors.
You
Good for
you still good? You still buzzing away? Okay.
Can I get the guard's attention?
Hello, good sir.
Yeah. Can I help you?
Oh, yes, I'm here to see my dear friend, Professor Santiago, Professor Santana, and
I don't know either of those people.
Professor
Sinclair. Sidecar.
Santerland.
This is not on at all.
And but he's of course asleep because it's the middle of the night. But he really needed me to bring some papers by for him before his class tomorrow.
Well, if you give me those papers, I'd be happy to give them to him.
Perfect. They're right. Here, also wearing a mask for no reason.
That's not the weird part.
I don't have any papers. I need to get in there. I'm a hero. It's a private citizen in danger.
I'm sorry. My job is to not let people like you in this building.
That's a very reasonable position.
Yes.
Let me tell you how
I'm
you're
just going
wrong.
to keep buzzing this door.
If he buzzes you in, then that's fine.
Very well.
Good distractor.
Thanks. I'm on it. While this conversation happens.
Yeah. Well, this
Meanwhile,
happens. Yeah. Does one of you want to help her out?
Yeah. Do you want to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll use just shape-shifting and then creativity.
Multi-instrumental. Creativity, tell me more.
I'm just going to use self-discipline.
You just use your foot.
And then, wham. All right.
Well,
4.
yeah.
4. Okay. All right. Yeah. You also have a -1. You
guys are rolling
just straining yourself,
real
bringing
well.
her up. Yeah.
Real well.
That didn't seem bad.
I haven't
So yeah,
got
all of you are
penetration.
up here looking into this apartment, and it seems completely silent and dark.
Just like a normal nighttime apartment.
Are there any like identifying things, like pictures on the dresser or the walls?
Well, I
of,
mean,
like,
you're not
other
in
people?
there yet.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's-
Yeah. You're just like looking. You can't see much except for it looks. You can see like the outlines of couches and stuff like that in there. Yeah. Okay. You gonna pick the lock?
Because I
Okay.
know how to now.
Yep.
So I can.
Question.
Yes.
I'm not there.
Yes.
Is the balcony door locked? Many people on the 12th floor don't lock their balcony
Yeah.
doors.
I don't know. She's picking the lock.
I
though.
like that the other like click.
I'm
Ah, good. Now it's locked.
Wait. Is it locked?
No.
Okay.
can
It's
just
not.
open-
Okay, let's.
There's no reason someone
Well-
would lock this.
Listen, it wasn't
12th
that.
floor.
It wasn't that hard to break in.
hey, I was about to break the glass, so
Well,
it's fair.
Even better.
I just like that I learned a new skill.
I'm real annoyed
You
at
punched
all
through
of
the
this.
glass.
You just helped me up off a ledge. It's not a great night for me.
Yeah, you punch the glass and then.
I just slide the door open without turning the
What I
lock.
really like the idea of is you punch through the glass as I'm trying to pick the other one, and Coda's just like,
Yeah.
Yep.
and walks in real quiet, like.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can just open it.
Okay, so we open the door.
The apartment is very nicely furnished. It's pretty Spartan, very modern aesthetic. He has like a nice big TV, very beautiful kitchen. It looks like an expensive apartment, especially in the city, in this area of the city. He has a small bookshelf with some self-help books and a couple like history books. Not anything especially notable
What type of
on
symbol?
there. There's a Tony Bobbins book.
Yeah, Tony Bobbins.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
I don't know
Tony-
what that means.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. Yeah, so there's just a few, like, realizing your best self sort of things.
Do you know who Tony
like,
Robbins is?
No.
Okay, don't worry about it. It's no longer an inside joke.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't look like anything especially notable in this apartment.
No signs of like a struggle or like someone took him from the apartment.
No,
or
but
anything.
yeah,
are there
this hasn't been
photographs?
ransacked.
Is there a buzzing light by the front door?
There are a couple photographs of it. Looks like maybe his parents or some older people. Is what it looks like. Yeah.
Very. What's like
Yeah.
the time period-ish on those?
Is it,
like
is it now? Like,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
already curious.
they look like they're now.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's not like
Can I
a
They
walk
look like
over to the
feudal
door
China
and respond to the
background.
buzz?
Yes, you can buzz him.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
I buzz you.
You
I'm
get
gonna
buzzed
drag it
in.
out a little bit longer.
I walk into the lobby and I nod to the guard. Evening.
He shrugs. He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See a lot of weirdos come and go here. So.
And you're just getting started.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you make it up. You get to take the elevator up
Yeah,
there. It
I'll
takes
do
you
the
another
elevator.
minute to
Sure.
get there. Yeah.
Can I rummage through, like, can I look at his closet or dressers, like, see if it looks like he packed in a hurry or, like, is anything missing, or does it look like he just, like, disappeared into the night?
Yeah, let's look in his fridge. Like, is the you know what I mean? Like, is there food
Go
in
ahead
there? Is it
and give me
expired? Like,
give me an overcome
Okay.
for searching this apartment.
Casing it.
Casing is usually done
What
outside.
kind of
It's true.
what kind of music does the elevator play?
It's it
That's my
is
elevator skills.
no. It is a Muzak version of New York State of Mind. Yeah, which I've actually heard in real life.
Yeah, I bet.
Could you give us an example of what it sounds
Is that trip
like?
five?
All five.
Five.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you know what that means? Nothing.
Wow.
I was your big guy.
Yeah, it does. It does mean that, though, for sure.
And Redmond, and Red Max.
Yeah, right.
So the average?
So where are you searching in particular?
Yeah.
The closet dressers, like, in the bedroom.
Okay. So you go into the bedroom. Like there's no one in the bedroom. Bed is made. Everything looks fine. Clothes are all neatly in the closet. But in searching the closet, you see like a crack along the side of the back of the closet wall.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I keep going?
I mean,
someone
that's
else
up to
can
you.
go. Yes. Someone else can do some stuff.
Are you just going to steal
There's no
the
fur
coats?
coat.
Oh,
Like
is
trees
it
beyond.
to get to Narnia?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you just
I was like,
if you keep pushing back
Oh.
there, you feel it's cold in there.
Right.
Yeah.
There's snow. We found the blizzard.
Yeah. It was coming from here.
That's where that's
Yeah.
Anyways.
Do either of you want to take a look, investigator? Or-
Yes, very much. So I want to. Don't making jokes about Narnia. All right. So I'm going to look around a lot and try to see if I can figure out any. So she's looking in the closet. I want to look around everywhere else.
Okay.
If there's any papers or like signs of maybe research that he was doing or any of
It's-
that kind of stuff.
It seems like there is a conspicuous absence of those things.
All right. Does he have any VHS tapes?
He does not have any VHS tapes.
Does he have a VHS
computer?
player?
He does not. No.
A computer.
No, he doesn't even have a Blu-ray player. He has a Roku. That's
Does he have a TV?
yes.
Or
he
just
has
a
TV.
Roku
He has
TV?
no, yeah, just the Roku. No TV. Yeah. I mean, someone stole the TV. He leaves
that's
the
what it
the
is.
door open.
It wasn't that hard to get up here.
Does he
most
have
of
any
us.
important documents like a will or other important hidden stuff in like his freezer?
In a safe?
He doesn't. You don't find
Behind the
anything of
toilet?
that in the freezer.
Yeah.
There is like a small safe in the top of his closet.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can assume that that's where he keeps any important.
Yeah, can I open the safe?
Okay, sure.
All right. So
Open his personal safe.
I've
Yeah.
definitely like
Okay.
infiltrated my share of safes and other locks,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna use deduction, kind of figure out, listen to it,
Okay.
figure out what that is, and insight into exactly what kind of codes he might be using, and then just my yellow die for. Just normal overcome.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Do it.
So I definitely open that safe with this 5.
5. Okay. Yeah. So you pop the safe open. You find his birth certificate and his social security card.
Oh.
Where was he
And
born?
He was he was born in Ohio.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Where in Ohio? What city?
Sandusky, Ohio. Just love doing that.
I always
one
hit
reason
GM
why
and
you're
people
playing
ask me
with
like
him.
nonsense
Keep
questions. So,
King
no.
Island?
To your point, but yeah.
Whatever. Amusement park.
Sandusky, Ohio.
Yeah.
It has his degree in there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he keeps that in there.
What college did you get a
Yeah.
degree from?
He already told you.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
my-
the regular officer.
Megalopoulos, you.
That's
Yeah.
right, that's right.
See, it's all. We're building.
Good
I think
establishing
these
before
questions I'm
Adam had to
asking
come
are really
over to college
establishing.
in Sandusky.
Who he is. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like the background, the backstory
one?
really lets
No,
you
he
know.
doesn't. He doesn't have any sort of like a passport, driver license, anything like that. He
Yeah.
like most people don't keep those in
Yeah,
safes.
are there any gold bricks in there?
No gold bricks. No, there's like a couple of stock certificates that he has.
Right. But nothing that
No.
seems super relevant to
Yes,
this
nothing that seems
investigation.
relevant at all.
Red
Yeah.
thread.
But I'll shut it and I'll just relock it. I'm not gonna just like I'm gonna lock it again.
Okay.
You know.
Yep.
I want to go mess with the wall that Jin found.
Okay.
Um,
How are you
I-
gonna mess with it?
so yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
You just like
'Cause
draw on it.
draw it. So she said she found like a line. So there's like clearly
Right.
maybe something like hidden back there.
Yeah.
And I could use like plants to do something where I'm like, let's like gently press on something or whatever. I think that makes the most sense. There's part of me that wants to explore using part detachment for like letting my limbs do something separate than me and like regrowing them or something.
Okay.
Because we talked about doing that before.
Do you want to like put your arm under it and like
Yeah.
take it off and put it through?
Yeah. Basically like the arm maybe becomes like briefly becomes a vine.
Yeah.
But like still kind of arm shaped, right? So it's still like fingers and then goes on the other side.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So part detachment and
Bagmen were the
I mean,
Sometimes
there's
her flesh absorbs mushrooms.
so a thing that I'm considering. So criminal underworld for like breaking in and like recognizing that that's a thing that I could like undo something with.
Yeah.
I could also see science because like I've been experimenting with what my body can do, and that's
All
a
the time.
thing that I now know my body can do.
Yeah, you get to an age that
Yeah.
I need this pills for that.
All right. Well, I'm going to use part detachment, science, and I am in the yellow, so a D8. I can't see all of
You
them.
got a 7,
6 and a 2.
a 6, and a dose.
Yeah. So you got a
6.
6. Yeah. Is that with your -1 from before too?
Oh yeah. So I got a 5.
So you got a 5.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah, so you can force your arm under there. It actually really hurts to do so, though. So you take 2 damage doing that because you have to like cram your arm in a crack that it's probably not meant to really go in. But you can feel around and you
Cracks.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
there are.
in your shirt. There's 2 cracks
Haven't
that your arm's meant to go in.
You know
I
what?
don't
I
think
had
I
a
would call
better
those
one, but I'll go with the
cracks.
shirt thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sleeves are now described as cracks.
There's a. Never mind.
Yeah, so you reach through and open the you feel a handle there, and it slides open, and as it slides open, the lights flicker on, and the 2 of you are right there, and you're right behind, and you're probably out in the main room still, right?
I walk
Or
in the
just-
front door singing, I've got a new you. Yeah.
Lights in the entire apartment flicker on, or lights in the closet?
in just the room. It's like a
Okay.
fluorescent. It goes
Okay.
like that. Yeah,
I'm in
and
the front door like, where is everybody?
it
Oh, the
is
closet.
covered in newspaper clippings and string. This
What
entire
string?
red string, as it always is. Yeah.
What are they?
The newspaper clippings you find especially notable because all of them are things that have never happened.
Oh, tell me some of the headlines.
Specifically,
This he has prepared.
some of them, the ones that are most notable to you, are things that have happened to each of you that have never happened. So there's a picture of you, Dr. Litlith, Dr. Litlith, receiving a Nobel Prize and you are completely unaltered. Like your
not a
skin's
plant.
not green, your hair's not green. You look completely normal.
I'm like in awe of this. I'm like,
and it's dated a week ago.
what? I would be a really young Nobel Prize winner, which is dope.
You've never referred to a 30-year-old as really young.
For the Nobel Prize, it is.
Sure, but
Not in general, no.
There's a picture of you, Riley, with your entire family, and all of you are in costume, and you're all receiving medals.
He's gonna punch this photo.
And they're all alive at once.
She just yanks it and like chews it up. She's
Oh
like,
shit! I just want to like yank it off the wall and like throw it in the trash.
Do you do it?
You don't like
Yeah.
You do that? You just pull it down?
I just like pull it down, crumple it up, and throw it in the trash.
Okay. There's
so
a
angsty.
behind it, a scorpion.
there is a flyer for your performance at the Peyton Opera House.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You're gonna play some opera.
That's scheduled.
Do all the time.
That's scheduled for today.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait,
Or-
today the day that just ended, or today tomorrow? Because it's the middle of the night.
Today, the day that just ended, because it is the middle of the night. Yeah, so you missed it. Sorry. Yeah. And you have an obituary, and you're surrounded by family in the.
What?
Yes. That's what it is. Yeah.
EB is survived by list of people.
Yes. So as you are like picking through this stuff, there's a big pounding on the front door.
I mean, I'm the closest to it because I stepped in and went, oh, this is weird, and I stepped back out and I go to the front door and I open the door. I look to the people.
You look through the people.
Yeah, what do I see?
Let me see.
Yeah, but you guys would stay in the closet. That way
see-
you're safe.
Forget that I have.
And then I look to the people.
You see a tongue.
A tongue.
Yes.
Just
like
like
a
it's-
big tongue.
Okay.
Yeah. And as you're looking through
My
that,
automatic
the
reaction
door
was this.
bursts open, and I'm actually gonna
Grab my article.
Oh.
Put it in my pocket.
It's like, are you touching this?
I'm actually gonna roll this.
Yeah, same.
10 and
No,
10.
in the trash.
I think I picked yours.
Yeah.
That seems maybe like it would be important.
You take 6 damage.
Me?
Yeah, get thrown back across the room. Yeah.
Love it.
Bro.
Love it.
As the door bursts in,
Love it.
and this guy comes through.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, he's chill. He's cute.
That's
we all said, so Paul grabbed, or Coda grabbed their article, I grabbed my article, I also grabbed Riley's article because I was like, this seems like maybe it would be important.
Okay.
And
No one
EB's.
grabbed mine.
I grabbed every, yeah,
No one grabbed
I grabbed
mine.
it. I did.
No one grabbed it.
Because I'm like, this seems
You don't
weird.
know who that article's about.
I've seen your face though.
It,
so.
it is your picture.
It's
yeah.
my picture, but
Yeah.
not my name.
It's not your name.
But I
not
don't
my
I don't
name.
even I don't
The
know that
article-
we've even actually said our names to each other.
My name on that article wouldn't be
Yeah.
EB or anything related to EB.
But I don't even know your name. Is my point. Like we haven't
true.
said that necessarily to each other.
I know her name.
That's true. All right.
Kind of big deal.
He just took his turn.
I
Yeah.
was thinking of this one.
So,
Is it my turn?
yeah, Bespoke, you can go next. Since you just got thrown across the room. so.
Love it. I'm not quite to the red zone, unfortunately.
You recognize this guy.
I do.
Yes, he is a common villain of this town. His name is Drivel.
Licky tongue.
Yeah, Drivel.
Yeah.
With a V. Drivel.
Not dribble.
Not
dribble.
dribble.
He doesn't play basketball.
Dribble sounds way
He
cuter.
does have an ability
does have
called
dribbles.
Drivel, though.
He drools a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's drivel. Very good. He throws me back. Is there like some sort of curtains or tapestry or something like that?
There are curtains.
Yeah, curtains. Great.
Yeah, very simple black curtains. Like they look like they could.
Lacy wafting curtains.
Yeah.
Great.
Right, there's a piano and a bunch of candlesticks.
Oh, beautiful. That's fantastic. I sit down and play some songs. No, I pull down a curtain, run a stitch through it, and fling it over the tongue boy.
Yeah.
So that is what I'm going to do. And he is hindered. He's a -2.
Okay. What would you like to call that?
-2. It's curtains for him.
Oh, nice. Right.
And what was my mid? A 4. Very nice. All my health is fine. I got lots of health. Don't encourage him. It just makes it worse. Okay.
Phoebe?
Yeah,
Are you
me.
sure? Are you talking
I'm talking about me. When I say don't encourage him, it's
Who is next?
and I'm going to pass it to him.
Didn't he?
He just went.
Oh, so that counted as his turn?
That counted as his
Okay,
turn.
I didn't know if that counted as like just a start.
Nope.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who was the last in? You two went in. You were last in. I'm going to pass it to Coda because you're.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to pop out.
You hear some things.
Yeah, you
Right.
definitely hear the
And-
door splinter.
Right,
Yeah.
this is very hearable,
Right.
right? And I see you kind of being tossed back and throwing a curtain and
Yeah, I threw a
doing all
curtain on
sorts
it.
of other stuff. Right, so I am going to, I'm going to, like, I've seen this particular being before a bit, but I'm going to, like, pull back into the back corner of the room and, again, like, observe the tactical situation of the room and the person here and the creature that's coming in and see the effects that the curtain has on there and do another insightful observation to kind of call out, like, pro tips and tactical
Okay. Yeah.
things to my comrades. So I'm going to use post-cognition and insight and my yellow zone to do a boost. And it's a 4, so plus 2, right?
Plus 2.
Great, so, and that is going to apply to all attacks and overcomes until my next turn. That you will. Yep. And then I will give it to Riley.
I think this is a great time to use Precise Strike again.
This is someone your dad has fought before too. This is a very common villain.
Yeah.
Following your father's footsteps, so good.
In terms of like comics,
Shut up,
this is
easy.
like anytime someone needed
Spoke.
to put a threat in that someone could just punch,
Yeah.
this is the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the most effective one because it's only 1 minion. I've got a better one, but it's for multiple minions. Okay, yeah, so Precise Strike, we'll pull in Acrobatics. I'm still in the green zone. And then, which room, is he like in the main, like he's outside the bedroom?
He's
Like,
right
we're
in
in
the
the-
doorway.
Right
Yeah.
in the doorway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess just agility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really far enough away for me to get a whole lot of leaping in there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
277.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you have a +2.
So that's 9.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry,
We're
I was
using
making sure
any-
there was
Yeah,
anything
okay.
else. Yeah, so it's just that and then the +2 boost.
And that ignores defenses, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all penalties, any defend action cannot be affected by reactions.
Okay. So okay. So when you hit him, do you know what non-Newtonian fluid is? It's
Me or Riley?
you. Do you know what oobleck is? It's when you mix cornstarch and water and how
Okay.
it makes it.
Yeah.
Non-Newtonian fluid is something that changes viscosity with force.
impact,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
And it feels like that. It feels like he's made of that.
It's like you punched a tarp that's on top of a swimming pool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just go, "Ugh," and like it doesn't hurt enough to hurt you,
Yeah,
but it's like clearly this guy's really tough to hurt.
okay.
But 9 damage.
Yeah. He doesn't quite take 9.
It
but
ignores all defenses and reactions.
that is not a defense or a reaction.
Is it a damage reduction?
It's not a defense. Yeah, it's a damage reduction.
It's
It's not a defensive action or a reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what that says. Is
Yeah,
defensive actions and reactions.
Yeah.
So I think that passive DR doesn't apply to that.
Okay.
Is my thought.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just ignore all penalties on this attack. Ignore any defend actions.
And it can't be.
And cannot be affected by reactions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he is at. Okay. Who's next?
There's only one person who hasn't gone.
Yeah, let's go Floral Phantom.
Yeah. Okay.
And you do have that +2 until.
Yeah, and I'm -1 too
Okay.
because of exerted.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna do rooted.
Mm-hmm.
Attack using plants, hinder that same target with your min.
Okay.
So plants, and then I am going to have knowledge of science of like what's going on there. Like people have been shouting out information, and I can see what he looks like. Like I can see what his body's like.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you did.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
I don't know what, like, no one specified what the information was, but it was supposed to help me fight him. So if he had said anything about his body type, I assume that would be it.
Yeah.
And
He seems stout, but rather muscled.
so I think that
I'd be proud.
what I'm going to do is,
Those are some things I would yell about his body type.
Looking good, bro.
you know,
He's way swole.
stepped on my own mic. It's okay. I'm gonna have vines that shoot out 4 vines, and they're gonna try and I'm gonna root myself in place. 4 vines shoot out, and I'm gonna try and pull them apart.
Okay.
Cause
You might be a
It worked for the
murderer.
back end.
Okay.
at the very least, I'll hold him in place, maybe. So we'll see. So my min is a 4, which is
Your mid is 4.
my mid is a 4, which is actually a 5 because of my -1 + 2.
Yeah.
And then my min, which I'm hindering with, is a 2.
Okay. All right. And so he has another.
And my exerted goes away,
Another
but the knowledge
-1
technically stays around,
for
right?
that.
Because yeah.
And what's that called? Your,
Oh.
your hinder.
Planted.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Planted. Rooted sounds silly since I just used the power of rooted. So
I mean, it's okay if you only know like 7 words.
Yeah.
thanks.
Who is next?
What'd you
You can pass it to anybody you want.
You
to.
can pass
Got it.
to anyone.
You can pass it
fine.
to anyone you want to. I recommend not passing it to Coda or to Dribble.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
pass it to Coda.
Yeah.
Because I want everyone
I'll
else to
pass
get
it to Bespoke.
Okay.
We're resetting.
Excellent. I'm gonna, because like he threw me back. I grabbed a curtain, did a stitch, threw it on him. I'm getting up. I'm dusting myself off, and I was like, Dribble, old chap, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Did you say trains?
Their heads.
Brains? Oh, threads! Do you want these threads? And I pull a spool, the 2 spools of red thread that I have out. Oh. I thought that would be more of a reveal. You don't want those threads.
No.
Oh, okay. What threads do you want? I don't.
That's like all he said.
I'm
He's
not
very,
picking-
very like one word. Yeah.
Yeah. You want?
Sure.
Not
Yeah.
not super
Lift
articulate.
up
This
the
guy.
curtain and be like, no, not those threads, and
Yeah.
then put it back
Yeah,
on,
he's like-
or
We didn't really specify what the curtain did.
You may notice he doesn't have eyes.
Well, right. I'm aware.
that's fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
No, the
yeah,
curtain wasn't so much
okay.
about covering his eyes. It was
Right.
about like binding him,
So
restricting
like
him.
I don't
that's
think that
fine.
he needs to like see in the same
No,
way
that's
that
good.
you
Does
are.
anybody
I
have
would
a
like to
penalty
keep
on them?
the
if it's-
curtain
Does anybody have a minus
there.
anything on them? No,
Uh,
everybody's
He
resolved their
does.
stuff.
He's got minus. You want to turn those into
I can turn those
bonuses?
into bonuses.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
that's
can
true.
help him out.
That's true.
I'm sure he'd like that.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Listen, I'm a team player, sure.
Okay, so
Look, you don't want this to be too
know
easy,
what
right?
It's really confusing.
That sounds like Trevor's a team player.
I know, I'm actually
Burn the map.
What you doing? What you doing?
I'm going to let's see. I'm just going to note to you two. That was like, oh, well, with that fabric over his head, it sure would be great if people attacked him from both sides, right? Mm-hmm. You should probably do that. That'd be good. And you both have a +2 to your next action.
Jeez. They make stronger villains.
Yup. And then I will pass it to the floral phantom.
Say it right.
Floral phantom.
Your delicious Hispanic dessert.
Phantom.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it.
I like that Maggie's like, what are you saying, Adam? Oh.
It's terrible.
Do you have your arm? Is your arm still
In the door.
in the door?
I have a new one.
I know, the door
How does that
opened.
work?
as-
It's part detachment.
Yeah.
So I could have said I just take arm back now, or I could,
arm back.
or I can leave
Normal
it.
sentence. You and Dribble are going to be a team.
Or I can just leave it. No, he only says thread.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, floral phantom, do it.
I have my arms. I have both my arms, in case you're curious.
arms.
And I've been I'm holding him in place, and he just shouted that information of maybe attack only one side.
Just spoke to some shout.
He bespoked that information.
I just spoke my mind.
And I think I'm actually gonna do in blue, make like a train split, and my ear is gonna pop off, and I'm gonna make a minion.
Okay.
Boy.
And so
Look, I made some weird things here. You're the grossest thing in this campaign, though.
I'm okay with that. So plants.
Bro's practically
And
made
then-
a drool.
No.
She's out doing
Her
it.
ear pops off, turns into a
Yeah.
fungus of some sort.
So
Lichen, creeping mold.
Yeah.
don't judge. Plants, and then I'm gonna do I think science again because like I know now that this is a thing I can do and all that. And we'll see what type of minion I can make. My mid is that cocked too much?
No, it's
okay. So my mid is a 5. And
Okay.
so according to the minion chart, I make a house pet sized.
House pet size, not a house sized.
I said house pet sized. I just was reading it slowly. So it's a D8.
Okay.
And it says detailed. So I guess
Or,
I can.
or detailed. Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
or detailed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's just
I'd
those
rather
are,
have
those
the
are just some
size.
descriptions.
Yeah,
Like,
I'd
those-
rather have a bigger size than a yeah. In my mind, that's what I'm thinking of.
You
Sorry.
can name
So
what that is.
What dog-sized thing are you making?
And what action is that for?
It's gonna be an attack.
Okay.
Because I feel like this guy's gonna be hard to take down,
Okay.
so he's gonna be an attack guy. And let me think about it, and I'll tell you the name at the start of my next turn.
Okay.
You had a
Oh, I
plus-
do have
You had some
the
bonuses to your actions, but you were giving it to attacks and overcomes, which is not what she was doing. And I was just giving you to anything you did. You had a +2, but it
Oh.
did nothing because you had a 5, which makes it a 7, which is the same.
Okay.
So great.
Cool.
Who do you want to pass it to? Yeah.
Riley.
Okay.
So you have a
Let's get
+2 from Coda.
Yep.
And a
then
+2
+2
from me.
Yep. I'm still in green.
Do you have some violence? I wouldn't advocate the usage of that violence, but
But if you were to use
But
it
if you were to
around
use it,
me,
that would
I
probably
couldn't
be-
stop you.
yeah, I'd probably be into it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just gonna
Worst pacifist ever.
hack it again.
Well, I don't know. Mother Teresa's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I precise strike again.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
You don't have a scene tracker, do you, Adam?
No. I don't feel as though I'm going to need it.
Okay. Interesting.
You guys are so efficient.
Just working for the weekend here.
2, 6, 7.
Yep.
Okay.
So 6, and then I have +4.
Yes, you do.
Dang. Okay. All right.
The daciest of damage.
Okay. All right. Whose turn is it now?
Do you want to go here or you want to go there?
I think give it to that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
Okay.
Drivel, please.
So he roars and
Lashes?
does that. Yeah, lashes his tongue about.
Yeah.
And
Oh my god, Maggie, you've outdone yourself.
claws at
Thank
the claws at the curtain, and then bowls through the glass and jumps off the building,
Oh, come on.
Are you kidding me?
shattering the glass everywhere. I bet you guys are like, oh. Yeah,
We should have locked it after us. Like, oh, careful.
right. Just be super careful. Yeah, there leaves large footprints in the cement of the patio out there, and just jumps straight down.
Like
Can you follow him?
cracked footprints.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's his whole turn. Is you just hear
He books out of
he
here.
jumps and goes.
He has a -3 to do that.
Doesn't take him anything to do, but he still has that -3.
Because he's still wearing a curtain.
Yes, he's still wearing a curtain. He's like clawing at it
That's why
stuff,
he
but
just
like
jumped through a window.
right. Yeah. Got it.
Right, so I want to chase after him.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. So I am going to just use awareness to like see where he's going,
Yeah.
basically, and follow. And I think this is actually something I'm very good at because awareness and insight both make a lot of sense. So I'm going to roll both of those. And is it an overcome to just like? Do you have to make an overcome actually? Or
I mean, you just save him.
do I just
so
chase? Is there?
You can.
What's the
I mean,
challenge here? I guess.
he hasn't gone anywhere yet. All you see him jump over this, and he's maybe like started to step in one direction.
Oh, great. Okay.
So like you're really gonna overcome to get down the building quickly
Okay, cool.
without hurting yourself.
yes, that is what I
Overcome
want
to
to do.
not die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Oh, you die.
Yeah, so that's a
It's just a 2 there.
You don't happen to have a principle that applied to that roll?
No, not really.
All right. Do you want a major twist?
He doesn't benefit from the bonus, right? Your plus two.
I didn't give him any plus 2s. I gave
Right.
plus 2s to you two.
Exactly.
That's what I was asking.
And that one's fun too.
No, I'll just.
Okay.
You'll fail
So wait,
at getting down the building
you
safely?
fail getting down the building.
Oh, okay. Then I'll succeed at getting down the building safely, I guess. If it's either I'll fail to keep up with him, or I'll succeed in getting down the building safely with him.
Well, yeah. So this is a roll to see if you get down the building
Oh,
safely.
then I will succeed with the major twist.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fair.
So yeah, you hop over, flip down, but it's all really cool. You parkour back and forth between buildings.
Yeah.
You get down there, and when you get there, you see him. There, it seems like there was someone in the alleyway that that was like looking up. We were like, what was that? A looky-loo, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't know that I will.
Yeah, this part of town, there's a few people on the street. Not a lot at this time of night,
Right.
but like there's a few here still. And when you get down there, he's got his head on this guy's, or his hand on this guy's head. He's like palming it like a basketball, and the purple is coming off and covering him in like ooze. Yeah, and so he's made this guy into a dribbling.
Oh, not a dribbling. You
Tastes
knew
like
this was a
grape.
basketball themed foe.
But this is a big one.
Call it big dribbling.
big dribbler.
Yeah.
All
big
right,
dribbler.
done. Big dribbler. Big dribbler. And that is
I like it when you call me big dribbler.
that's a D10 lieutenant.
Those usually take like 2 turns to kill. It's fine.
Yeah.
Generally, you just paste it in one hit and then it's fine.
Would you say D10?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
There you are. So make you happy. Yeah.
All right. So then I will pass it to.
Oh, I guess we reset, right?
I believe, everyone's gone.
Yeah,
So
'cause
then
even
everyone
he
is gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
I'll pass it to Bespoke in any case.
okay.
Okay.
So R plus 2 for you.
Yes.
You had
There are
yours.
no more
Yep.
floating bonuses in the round. I'm gonna. There's a trick. There's a trick. I'm gonna. So I want to do a specific thing where essentially I set up the ability for these two to get down quickly, so that on their turns they don't have to spend a bunch of
Okay.
time and effort doing that.
Sure.
So like I want to go to the edge and be like, I'm going to grab some bed sheets and stitch them together and make a thing so that when the
Right.
two of them run and jump off the thing, they can just grab it and slide down and
Great.
go on with their turns.
Yeah, sounds great.
So I'm making an overcome, not for me to get down, but to provide a means
A way
for them to get down.
so they don't have to make overcomes.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm going to do this using my knowledge of sewing, and I'm using the needle specifically for this. So I'm using the knowing needle. I'm using insight, and I'm in the yellow zone. And this is an overcome related to my field of expertise because they're sewing. Right.
I'm really actually very surprised at how useful sewing has been so far.
I know what I'm about.
Yeah.
And thus, I get an 8 on this thing, and
Yeah.
everybody gets a hero point.
Great.
I would have, even if I weren't using it, my mid is an 8 as well.
So you take these sheets and you sew them together,
Yeah.
and it's as though they are one long piece of fabric.
Right, that has like a bit of a waft to it,
Yeah,
so you can just
perfectly down. Like you'll be able to just grab it and slide right down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm still up there at the top, having secured it, but my goal is to make it so that you
And
two
that's
can
the other.
get
You
it.
know it's like 100% affixed. Like
Yeah.
this looks so safe.
Yeah.
I'm
There we
not
go.
just saying it's so safe because it's dangerous.
Great.
I'm actually
trust
not.
us.
I'm really not. It's fine. It's
Whenever
fine.
you
Just do
guys
it.
say it like that, it's when you really can't.
No, you can.
No, it's fine.
It's definitely fine. What's the
This
worst that
is
could happen?
completely
I die.
safe.
Well, we all die.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
pass it.
Who'd you pass them
Pop
to?
it.
I'm gonna give it to Riley.
I thought it was a C. The L looks a little C, so it looks like ricey.
Right?
See?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to use this makeshift rope that you've created.
Then definitely
Get down.
It's not makeshift. It's bespoke.
and trust this strange man.
But that.
Jump, freeze frame, credits.
Right. All right. I'm going to go down the side of the building. Okay.
Really don't like
So
going
you
down
just
the side of
do.
this building.
You just do. You don't have to
No.
roll for it or anything.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the point of this, is to take away. So when you roll a 1-1-5,
Yep.
you don't just splat. That's my
Right.
goal
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
And you can use it next turn too if you want.
Oh, thank
I don't know how agile you are, but
Not terribly, but I can.
Right.
Like this is why I'm good at making
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go down the bed sheets
Yeah.
toward. How close is it in comparison to Dribble or Big Dribbler? Like,
so
is it
they're
directly over one or the other? Is it between?
So okay, so you have. I'm actually just going to draw here. You have. This is the building, right? And this is the opposing building. And there's the fire escape here, and this is the balcony, and this is the window here, and the rope comes down here, and this is also where Coda has landed, and this is where
Should do a little
Drivel and Big
That's
Dribble
right, yeah.
are
Yep.
over like that.
You can target
Yep.
this.
So
Yeah.
like I'll show this map on here also, just so that
An amazing map.
it means nothing to
a
anyone.
cartographer.
Yeah.
So
you want to explain it?
Right,
well
this
done.
is the building that they're jumping down from.
Yes.
This is the alleyway. This is where Coda is. This is the way down. This is Drivel and Big Dribbler.
can you draw the bed sheet?
That's what this
things?
is.
Oh, that's it.
That's
it's-
yeah.
It doesn't look very fabricy.
It's a symbol for it. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm
Look at
going
its
to descend down the side of the building, but because of that fire escape is there, I should be able to. I want to swing using that rope, swing, and then get my way over on the fire escape, and then be able to leap down.
An attack, like jump
And
attack.
right
Yeah.
from above down on. I looked up there like the map was still there. On
Oh,
Do you want to hit
Yeah.
Dribble or Big Dribbler?
you could hit either feasibly. Like they're right next to each other.
I think I want to go for Drivel, who
Okay.
still has the curtain on, because
Yes.
I can come down from above, grab onto that curtain, and just boom, and like pull him down onto
Oh,
the ground
you're gonna,
as I
like,
come
use it to
down
try
and
and,
just
like,
like
smash
slam
his
him
face
down
to the
into the
pavement?
Yeah,
So
break
instead
some of
of
those
you-
toofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of you body slamming him, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that way, if
Right.
I can pull that down and I pull it off, then I'm still like in a position where I can react and whatnot, as opposed to throwing my entire weight into him.
Right.
Which means like he feels like a pool tarp, so not good.
Over Jello.
So I will use leaping and acrobatics and still in green.
Acrobatics.
Oh, and I want to use my +2 for my hero points.
You gotta do it before you roll.
Yeah.
I meant
I-
to. I got so
Sorry.
excited about my
I know.
description.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. If you hadn't rolled.
2, 4, 6.
2, 4, 6.
Are you using any special actions here or anything? Or is it just a basic attack? What are you doing?
No, it was just a basic because I
Okay.
was going to use that +2 that I forgot to mention.
Even when you use abilities, you can use
Yeah.
hero point bonuses on abilities. I mean, you can't because you'll forget, but it is possible for one to do so.
Yeah, I mean, like, even using precise strike.
So you got-
isn't
you got
really
four-
gonna
four
help it
damage
any.
then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang it.
All right.
Hey,
But,
I
like,
know. I meant to use it, and I forgot.
Okay. Who's next?
I'm just deciding whether it's. I think Coda, because you're already down there, and now it's down on the ground.
Sure.
Does that seem fair?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to take a little bit of time to analyze the situation and see what's going on.
that sounds like
So
Real
I'm
thinker
going
over
to,
here.
right, I'm going to
Yeah.
observe carefully.
Yeah.
So now I'm in the yellow zone, so I'm going to boost myself using awareness and use my max die.
Nice.
And this gives me a persistent and exclusive bonus,
nice.
Great.
which is cool. So I'm going to do that. Awareness and insight is my observation of this thing that I'm going to do. Great. So that's a 6, which is
I thought
a
you
plus.
use your max die.
Oh no, it's an 8. So,
So you have a
plus
+3.
Nice.
A persistent
Nice,
exclusive
nice,
+3
nice.
for you.
Do you want to give it to Drivel or Big Dribbler or Floral Phantom?
This is just boosting myself.
Yeah.
Right. He's asking who you're going to pass the initiative to.
Right.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
How much are we worried about them going last?
I don't.
If we were really worried about it, it'd be too bad we can't stop them because there's one of us and two
Right,
of them.
exactly. So, go.
Okay. Can I put? So I do another one. Which way's up again?
You'll find out. That was it.
Yeah. So this is Pete the ponytail palm. So if anyone knows like ponytail palms, they're usually about that big. So they're roughly the size of a small dog, and he's walking around on his roots, so that makes sense.
And he came down with, like, you cradled him and brought him down with you?
I'm pretty sure I can put him on my shoulder,
okay.
and he'll just like latch
Well, he
on.
goes first. He goes before you anyway.
Oh, but if we're both getting down, can
Oh,
we
yeah,
wait
you haven't
until?
gotten down yet. You're
Right,
still up
but
there,
you
yeah.
can,
Okay.
but he, I made the thing, so he can go down and
Yeah.
do an
He can-
action, and then you can go down and do an action.
Okay,
I think he said wee with these lines.
Whee!
I'm gonna use
He's gonna go over and attack Big Dribbler.
Okay.
And he's gonna come up and just like bite him. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Actually, you know what I think he does? Because palm trees, their leaves hurt really bad, so he's like whipping him with this.
He's moving like
His hair
that.
back and forth.
He whips his hair back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does 5.
Okay. Big Dribbler does not defend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pete.
I just watched a tiny plant do more damage than I did.
Well, Jed, I mean, it's not a huge
It's
deal.
not
You just have
Pete's
to,
fault.
you know. Do
Oops.
We're really new at this. It's not Pete's fault.
I kicked the silence.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I am then also going to come down and I'm going to, I'm just going to do Rooted again against Drivel because he's really big. So, and that's attack using plants, hinder the same target with my men.
Okay.
So plants and I guess science because again I know like his body type now and I'm trying to use that against him, not his stoutness. Although I do know
looks
that.
like
Say some disparaging
He
things.
looks like he looks like a 62 through the chest. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Science.
Yeah.
So my vines are going to shoot out, and I'm trying to decide how. I'm going to like hold them in place, which is what the hinder is, and then I'm also like going to pull at him.
You want really badly to tear a human being in half, don't
Well, hold
you?
on.
He's not a human
being's
being.
strong
He's
phrase.
not a human
He
being.
was
and
at
I
one
am
point.
Well, I didn't know. I don't
We
know
are.
that. I'm struggling with the how do I.
Adam, you too were once a human being before you turned into whatever this
I
is.
know, but
It doesn't
1,
matter
3, and
because
3.
I do a 3.
okay.
And a 1 for your min.
3
Yeah,
damage.
and a 1 for my men.
3 damage and 1 for the min. A -1 hinder.
He is
Okay.
continuously planted.
So that's another -1. Okay.
Someday he'll get to take an action, at which point his numbers will be bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
One day.
It's that time.
it's
Oh,
that
yeah.
time.
No.
Who do you want to pass it to? Big dribbler or drivel?
We'll do Big Dribbler first.
Big Dribbler. All right. Big Dribbler is going to attack your plant.
Oh no.
My boy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He just sort of turns around and has like the same sort of mouth on him, but like you can see panicked human eyes underneath.
Oh yeah, the human eyes.
Yeah. Well, and he's like, "Oh no, I don't want to be doing this." Sort of look, and he's just like,
Does he have a big
and then
tongue?
so yeah, he has a big tongue,
Yeah.
but like he's trapped in there. You can see his
Yeah.
real eyes. Yeah.
We should murder that guy to save him.
Yeah.
I mean,
He attacks for 4.
Do I roll?
You
Yeah.
roll. Yeah, you
Yeah.
roll
So-
your.
Yeah.
4.
Yep.
and you succeeded on your
Succeed.
thing, so he,
So
Yeah.
he's fine.
no, he reduces.
He reduces.
He's
Yeah.
a minion.
One of his leaves falls off.
That's it.
Yeah. Some of his leaves fall off.
Oh.
1/4 of his life is gone, and he's weakened as a result. But it's a leaf he loses.
His life is in that leaf.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if
That
he
was an
only has
important
4
leaf.
leaves, then
And he's starting to lose
Yeah.
part of
right.
his hair.
Yeah. Then Drivel is going to go, and he's going to use
you say you don't know who that is?
this ability. He's going to use
With the
part
hair?
detachment.
And strength because of hair? If
Wait,
he gets
really?
his haircut,
You don't-
he's not strong anymore?
We'll talk about this later.
Okay.
It feels like you're crazy.
He's going to use part detachment and ranged
That's an
combat.
unreasonable feeling.
And he puffs his chest out and blobs shoot out
No.
at
I don't
bystanders.
want nipple blobs.
What bystanders?
There's
What
a
about
few of them.
the
I
3
told
a.m.
you.
bystanders?
Yeah, the 3 a.m. bystanders.
They're club kids.
There's several people around, and I'll tell you how
They're
many.
also on
You're
all.
like, oh no.
So after you roll, I may choose to hinder you as a reaction.
Oh,
I'm gonna let
good,
you roll it.
good,
They're all on,
good,
like,
good, good.
MDMA, and
Yeah.
also now
Okay.
monsters.
All right. So, he is.
So is he doing his mid on this?
So he creates a number of minions equal to the max die value.
So the max die.
So that's 5.
right.
But that's hindered.
Yeah.
It's hindered to a 1.
It's hindered to 1.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he creates 1 minion.
So he creates 1 minion.
Good.
The starting die size is the same size as the min die.
So I-
So he creates 1
1
d8
D8
minion.
Or except I'm going to hinder you as a reaction.
Okay.
Yes, whenever an enemy rolls dice to take an action, but before using the result, I can
Okay.
hinder them using my postcognition.
Okay.
So roll it and get
It's
at
a
least a
D8.
1. It's a 3.
3.
Okay.
And
So
you get
I do have a
-1.
+3, so it's actually a 6.
If you, are you using it? I mean,
No, it's permanent.
Oh, it's
Okay.
right.
It's persistent.
So yeah,
Okay.
you roll 0.
Okay.
And technically it rolls negative
All right.
5.
So he shoots these blobs out, and there are
everyone's
people.
grossed
People
out.
are just like, "Duh!" Oh. And they just go across the
Don't shoot.
storefront
Don't
across
shoot
the street.
blobs
There's a
out.
boutique-y, like person diamond store.
Boutique is a good name for a Halloween
Yes.
themed tiki bar.
All
Yes,
of
it
this is gone though. This nonsense.
Cute.
Yep.
So,
For now.
all right,
You got rid of those
Um,
curtains. Those curtains did their job.
unbelievable.
It'd be tough.
So he's going to pass it off to Big Dribbler.
Yeah, because it's a new round.
Yeah, who's going to continually hammer on
Little feller.
little palm there. Yeah,
What do you roll?
a 1.
Yeah, Pete. Pete survives.
Yeah.
He's a
Does
D4.
that-
He's a D4 now. Yeah.
If he didn't survive, he would just be destroyed entirely.
Okay,
Right.
that's what.
But
It's
now,
a minion.
he's
Right.
going to
It's just
stay
like a
a
minion.
D4 as long as you keep succeeding.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Poor fella.
And then he's going to pass it back to Drivel, who's
Yeah.
going to try that nonsense again.
Oh, I don't like that.
He really wants
You're out
his,
of reactions.
he wants help.
Should have waited. Yeah.
So now his max die value is 8,
Yeah.
and his min die is a
So he's
D10.
8
So he has 8 D10
That's
minions.
way worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should have saved that.
You should have saved it.
Yeah.
Let him have the 1 minion before.
that's true.
Yeah. My Sharpie go. There it is.
It's like, oh,
Yep.
did I steal it?
Not yet.
Dribblings.
I don't like it.
Yep.
8 of them.
Times 8.
And they're D10s. You might want to note that.
Yeah.
on there.
So I'm putting a
Jeez.
D10 on there right now. And we'll.
All right. This is fine.
That's very great.
Changes the die type if you don't.
Okay.
Cheapers, kids.
Riley, you can go.
Okay. I will use dual strike.
Mm-hmm.
Attack one target using close combat. Attack a second target using your min die.
Okay.
Do I keep going against Dribble here? I feel like Dribble should be the main target, and then the secondary should be.
Big dribbler or one of the dribblers?
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
I think that's probably true.
Maybe these 8 different targets can wreak a lot of havoc, though. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not here to tell you what to do.
Yeah, no, but if I get rid of this, then it stops making 8 targets.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
potentially, it just stops the other things. Like if one
We'll do this, and then
killed the head vampire.
it's a right.
I don't think he's a vampire.
It's only my
I don't know a lot
min
about
die,
vampires.
so I'm tempted to do big dribbler, but let's just do a dribbling anyway. See
Right,
if
you
I
have a
can
better
knock
chance of
down.
hurting a
Yep.
dribbling.
Well, you'll definitely hurt a dribbling, and you'll maybe
Right.
kill it.
Yeah.
All right, so make your move.
All right. Close combat gives me a D10, and then we use. We're out in the street now. Yeah. I would like to use leaping, and then I'm still in the green. And I'm going to use my +2.
There you go.
I remembered it that time.
Yay! Mark it off.
What you got?
An 11,
Okay.
a 4, and a 2.
Yeah, my
Okay.
close combat's my D10 is a D10, and so attack one target using close combat. Attack a second target using your min die.
Right, so you get 6 versus dribble and 2 versus a dribbling.
Well, she can choose where she applies it, right? The +2, or does it have to be to the?
Oh yeah, you can
Yeah,
put,
she can choose which.
You can
to
put it
play.
there. If you
Nah,
can.
we'll put it against Dribble.
So 6 on dribble and 2 on a dribbling?
Yes.
Okay. And
Dribbling has to roll against a 2. I don't think you can do it.
It does.
All right,
Yep.
well, it's a
So,
D8 now.
Yeah, there's 7 of these. Which way is a 7? Is this right?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
You got
All right. And there is 1d8.
Boop.
Yep.
If you pass it to me, I should be able to make a very large bonus for all of you by observing carefully.
Seems good. Go for it.
All right, I'm going to insightfully observe, and I've got my +3 persistent guy right here. So I'm going to use awareness. Sorry, postcognition and insight, and then the yellow zone here. And there's a +3 to whatever the mid is on that.
So
it's a 3, so 6. All right, so +2
For all attacks and overcomes.
for all attacks and overcuts.
Right.
For all of you. Yep. Until the start of my next turn.
That never applies to minions, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, for attacks and overcomes.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
All right, go.
Okay, so first.
What are you meaning to say?
Yeah. So first Pete's gonna go. Pete's gonna go after a dribbling now.
The one
Oh,
that's
he's
injured.
running away from Big Dribbler.
Come on. He's got a +2 to hit. Take
You
out
know
Big
what?
Dribbler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll
Give it a
go
6 to
after.
dribble it.
He's still
If
chomping.
Pete beats Big Dribbler, it will be the upset of the century.
I am.
I'm not sure about that. That
So-
seems hyperbolic.
But it'll be like a huge deal. It'll be
will.
really cool.
It's a
Everyone will mourn
D4.
Pete.
It's a 6.
Oh,
All right, Big
So he
Dribbler.
rolls a 6.
Odds aren't good.
8.
Oh,
It
Pete.
Dang.
Trouble.
I am considering doing boost one of your minions using your power die. You may also upgrade that minion to your max die size. That's a good one, right?
Yes. that's
Okay.
very good.
I'm just asking.
Oh, you're gonna make Pete stronger.
Yeah.
The
So
rope-a-dope.
plants leadership for sure.
Yes.
And then-
I agree.
This is like the Rita Repulsa thing, right? When the Power Rangers beat the
Yeah.
little minion, and then you make. Them
My mid is a 5
Right.
plus 2, so it's a
Right.
7.
This is not an attack or an
Oh,
overcome.
yeah. Sorry. No, it isn't.
It is not an attack or an overcome.
No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a special ability.
Yeah.
No, you said
Oh,
it says boost,
yeah.
right?
It does say boost.
So that's just a boost then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're boosting it
But yeah,
for a +2.
for plus 2. And he also
you
gets.
can upgrade it to your max die size. Your max die size is a D12.
What?
Yeah.
So
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
he's
That's
up to
huge.
a D12. Pete just got. What's the new Pokemon thing? They're like Dynamax or something?
Yeah, it just got Dynamax.
Yeah. Pop culture references
That's
that
so
are
cool.
somewhat relevant right now, but by the time this airs will not be anymore.
Correct.
On it. You all right there?
No, apparently not.
You
Somebody
just
gets
broke your pen. You were bragging about how good your pen was, and you just tore it in half.
I love this pen.
But
I don't
Badell
know
is
what
turning things in half in
happened.
this game. He's trying to tear all the
That's true.
carrots in half.
Like cracked it somehow. Anyways.
All right, so Pete's better now.
Pete's better. Pete's good. Pete's okay.
Pete's the best he's ever been.
Cool.
He's
done.
the best.
I'm gonna pass
Around,
it to.
yeah. No one's ever gonna bring him down.
So Coda won. Bespoke hasn't gone, and then
Bespoke.
none of this has gone.
These two have gone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The dribblings were just made this round, so they're not gonna go
Right.
this round. So
Yeah.
Okay.
the only person that hasn't gone yet is moi.
Go ahead.
Excellent.
Have at it.
Sure thing. I'm very impressed with Pete. Like, Bespoke has been kind of like on your whole situation because your outfit is
Wow.
not fashion forward.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, like very accurate. Like,
I like my outfit.
sure,
I
I'm not
dress for
saying
me. I don't dress for you.
that's good. But I've now been impressed at what's going on with Pete. So I'm gonna give Pete. I'm worried about Pete's odds of survival because even though he's a D12 with a +2, one lucky hit takes him down. So I am
There are also 7. There are also 8 minions still. If
Yeah,
they
but
gang,
like-
if they gang up on Pete, then
Right, and there's nothing that I'm going to do about any of that nonsense. So instead, I am going to create, using vigilante lore, a situation for Pete. I'm going to make him a little superhero outfit.
Oh,
I just pull together some scraps of the cloth that we all slid. I slide down the cloth, and as I'm sliding down, I'm just deconstructing it behind me. When I land, I toss a jerkin on him.
what's holding this up? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's wide
Doesn't
enough
matter.
that I'm just taking off like a section.
you're
of it.
taking
Like,
off the
He's
strip.
not that
No,
big.
I know.
He's pretty big. He's not that big. I've got 12 stories worth of sheets here. Some curtains.
Yeah.
He's the size of a small dog. Yeah.
Not anymore. He's much bigger than that now.
Yeah. I guess now he has grown.
A very large guy.
So Pete has
Oh, wow.
a +3 that is persistent and exclusive to him.
That's
so,
a 10-10-7 for those who didn't see that. Yeah.
So that +3 doesn't ever go away. So like put a box around it or something.
Yeah.
That he has a +3 to all of his rolls forever. The next time he rolls, he has a +2 to it. But that way, if somebody attacks him, he gets whatever he rolls +3.
Yeah.
So I think that Pete's in it to win it.
Boy.
And I'm putting all my chips in that basket.
Pete, true hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like Pete.
Who's up?
So let me see your piece of paper.
Yeah, please do. I wondered if you wanted to.
In the meantime, who's up?
Well, now it's the top of the round.
Right, I would
Top
pass
of
it
the
to you,
round.
but hold on, I got to do stuff over here, so I'm going to pass it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. There's still so much chaos out here.
Oh yeah. And there's a lot of these dribblings. He dribbled all over the place.
You just running around like.
I want to dual strike again
Okay.
with a +2.
Okay.
Do I keep trying? Yeah, I guess same combo. Dribble and
And
dribbling.
Okay.
Yep.
I could be convinced.
All right. Close combat. Green.
That's such a bad cape.
It's a great cape.
Classic Christopher Archie.
I'm gonna use agility.
Bam.
I love it.
Show that to the
Oh my goodness,
camera
yeah.
there.
He's got a cape and a mask and like
Yeah.
a wrestler
Yeah.
onesie thing.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so good.
Super Pete.
Everyone will be so sad when he's gone.
He's not going to ever go away.
So you use your mid and
I would-
mid.
No,
would
so I
kill
use
myself
one
and everyone in this
target
room for
being
Pete.
dribble with my close combat, and then the second target with my min. So
Right, yeah,
7
so
for
you're-
one.
7, and I have a +2 from that, and the +2 that I.
No, you used it last round.
No, I had 2 of them.
Oh, you and you
yep,
didn't
I'm
ask
using
for
another
Cool,
one.
cool, cool.
Yep,
So
yep.
do you want to use the +2 on each of them individually, or do you want to make it that one an 11? You can make that one 11, or a 9 and a 5, or a 7 and a
She only
7.
has one. Wait, you only have 1 + 2.
You have
Yeah.
one
So
from
I have
her.
a +2 from him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
because he hasn't
then- yeah.
taken his turn
Okay.
yet. So
Yeah, I guess I'll split. I really want to make sure Dribble goes down, though.
Oh well, then make it 11. Go put it
Yeah.
all in dribble.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then put the 3 against one of the dribblings, or whatever you want.
I think that that's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm also like,
Pete's gonna destroy Big Dribble.
I hope like.
Yeah. So
It's gonna
I'll
crush
put
Big
both
Dribble.
of them on the.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
11 versus
Okay.
dribble,
Yeah, he's not done yet.
and then the 3 against what? One.
3 is going against a dribbling.
Do you want the injured one or the non-injured one?
Injured, please.
Injured one.
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
He fails.
Ah, yeah.
When he is
Oh, no.
destroyed,
Oh no.
oh, he only healed for 1.
Oh no! Dribble's getting health back.
Oh, like comes
He
back. to
he
him.
reabsorbs.
All
it,
right, we
yeah.
got it. We got to take down Dribble before focusing. Pete, kill Dribble. Pete.
Dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not dribble.
No, not
Okay.
Dribble. He'll absorb him. Kill
Okay.
that Dribble.
Okay.
Come on,
Wait,
Pete.
I mean,
You're so strong.
Yes.
pass the scene. I don't know who you're passing it to.
Yeah, I
Definitely
passed
you.
to Pete.
Okay. I'm just,
Not you though.
yeah.
Just Pete.
Okay. So
Yeah,
D.
Pete first.
Oh God. D12.
Pete. 6 plus 5,
plus
11.
11.
versus-
I'm getting plus. Does that count my plus 2?
Yep.
Yeah,
No.
it does.
Oh,
it
yeah,
does.
yeah,
It
yeah.
does.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was no, it doesn't. That plus 2 was your boost that you did.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
So
Right.
actually,
So
it's
it's
That's what I was gonna say.
13.
Yeah, that takes him down.
Dribble. Pete just suplexes.
yes.
So that plus 2 is gone.
You might say that he's the
But the plus 3
MVP.
is there for
Yeah.
MVP.
So ragey right now.
Yeah.
So when that happens, all of the
Yeah.
goo melts off of all of the
Oh,
civilians.
yeah.
Yay.
It goes back onto him, but he's completely
Oh, sneaky
unconscious.
time.
Yeah,
Cool.
right.
Do you want to know how he
Um,
did it?
And
It's
Yeah.
because he had the cape. So
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
jumped up like he flew up.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like, I'm a real hero.
Right.
And that's how he did it.
and one
He
of
is
the
the
one of the civilians
hate
that
him.
was there
Yeah.
stands up.
Gives us
Oh my
bricks.
notes.
Wow.
Being a superhero is really worth
I
it.
put this on the back of this.
Just
Nope.
staring at you.
Where are your papers at?
What? Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Rage quit this whole thing.
Yeah. So one of the civilians that was gooped
See, if you had a costume, you would be.
stands up and says, "Oh my God, thank you so much.
Don't thank us. Thank Pete, the plant.
I'm Professor Saderland. I was hoping you'd find me."
Oh,
yeah!
And that's the end of today.
Oh, that's a session?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
That was
Very
so
cool.
good.
Yeah. Something I wanted to do last time and forgot
Yeah.
also is say go around what was everyone's favorite part of the game today.
Okay. So we're officially like now we're in the wrap up session.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, Pete's definitely now my favorite part of
Of
what's
anything
happening.
ever.
I actually really like my minions.
Yeah.
I leaned on them my last time we played too, but not as heavily, and I think it's kind of fun. And I also
Yeah.
think that it's really fun to have not made like in my mind she wasn't going to be a super creepy hero, but I can't stop myself apparently.
I was like, I don't know why you thought that.
Well,
Yeah.
but yeah, like this isn't actually what I envisioned, but then ideas kept coming to me, and I was like, this is fun.
Right.
This is like a fun idea.
But
So
I don't think that she's like she's not as
She's not,
grimdark as Violet Heart in the same way.
but she's still creepy.
Yeah, I mean she's still a goth because everything you do is
Gothy.
but it's just pretty gothy. Yeah.
listen, that's fine. That's who I am.
Yeah.
I've accepted it now.
Accept-
So last time we
It's
played,
called
Maggie was
growth.
much younger,
Right,
younger. So
yes.
that was so.
It
Violet
was a
Heart is a
whole-
character that a goth minor would make. Whereas
Right.
this is a character that a goth major would.
Yeah.
That's true. I've had a whole birthday since then.
Right.
A whole one birthday.
Yeah.
A whole one
So-
birthday. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I liked how many in the first session we played. I liked the sheer number of twists. That there were so many extra nonsense things happening.
I really love how willing people are to take twists.
Yeah, it made it feel like there was an actual like crisis situation where sure there's a blizzard, but the blizzard leads to so many other problems that we're having to deal with. Where it's
Right.
like yes, there's a blizzard, but there's also this bus and there's also this tree and all the
Right.
things like that was cool.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the thing that I like the most, really, in both sessions, is the fact that there are two characters in this team that are entirely focused on like boosts and hinders and overcomes, and as a result, like there's essentially two characters that are doing all the fighting, but those two characters have lots of numbers on their sides.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, when they hit something, then it knows it's been hit.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Pete, I'm talking about Pete.
Yeah.
The two characters are
Wait,
Pete,
are Pete.
and Mush. Pete and Mush.
Too much. Right.
MVPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too a lot. I was going to comment on that. I also really liked the number of curtains in this apartment.
Oh yeah.
Like
Curtains plus bed sheets.
Right.
Just
Right.
so
Like-
much.
12 stories worth of fabric.
Tablecloths.
Yeah.
He's gonna come into his house and be like,
What
mean-
did you do?
"How?"
Oh, we're about to talk to him now.
Yeah, and he's.
We can explain.
We'd be
that
like,
Dribble
oh man,
did.
Dribble took all your sheets, sewed them together, and threw them off the balcony.
Yeah.
But-
Very strange.
But didn't use them.
No,
It's a new plot. It was like
don't worry about it.
part of the villainous
Yeah.
scheme.
Yeah, first episode or first session
Issue.
was thank you. First issue was the fact that there was so much going on that even with like whiteout and whatnot, I didn't do a lot of fighting in that one, which
Yeah.
felt very character appropriate for me. It was a lot of like, okay, let's talk people down, let's do what we got to do or whatever. Like I'm not a hero, I'm just here. I just want to get through this.
Right.
And then for me in the second session, Pete was definitely the highlight. For my character, it's super infuriating to just watch this
Well, if you were-
hero
This
detach
potted plant.
parts of her body that turn into this tiny little plant that's like doing more damage than I can, and I'm like, I've trained all my life and I just need to hit a thing and this shouldn't be that hard.
Well,
and
but you gotta put on a
heroes.
costume. If you put on a costume and act like a true hero, then you'll have no trouble.
Right. You're also
Everybody else has costumes.
No.
you're not using
Being a hero
the
just
best
gets
of your
you in trouble.
abilities either. Are ya? I think you could be more.
Yeah. Listen,
I think we all think you could be
so.
more.
No. Yeah. Yeah, that would be my favorite of those two.
Great.
I did from issue 1. I really enjoyed how your character works because it's like we said at the tail end of something, or maybe it was actually even during lunch, where we were talking about how your character is based off of chaos, but she's real focused on getting things into order, and for like good reasons, right? She was like trying to organize the police to help like clear people out of the way and things like that. But it's just really interesting to have a character who's definitely based on
Yeah.
chaos, who's like
Right.
organized
And it
chaos.
seems
though,
like
at the
you're
very
it
least.
seems like you're trying to hold it at bay.
Right, it's a
lot
or
of
like
push
it's
pull.
something that
Like
that
yeah.
follows you wherever
She has
you
a very
go.
chaotic side
Yeah.
of her and like inner rage and things like that, and she has worked very hard to be like, no, I am disciplined and I control this and everything's fine and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I will see you next
We need to name 2
session.
sessions.
You do need to
And
name 2
we're not gonna
sessions.
skip that.
Don't skip it. Oh yeah,
I had
write down your
two
hero points
issues.
also.
We only got 1 hero point
Ooh,
this round, and we
only one.
next at the beginning of the next session is when we
Yeah,
pick
fine.
how we're allocating them. But
Yep.
we only have the 1.
You only got the one.
So
yeah.
So I had thoughts for issue 1,
Yeah.
either unraveling emotions
Mm.
or hanging by a thread. Either one.
Kind of like hanging by a thread.
Hanging by threads might be
it's-
better. for
Hanging
the
by a
second one.
thread
The
feels like the second one.
we
You
were
literally
actually
hang
literally
by
a
hanging by a
thread.
thread.
Hanging
I
by-
wrote them down before we did the, yeah.
Yeah, so I think hanging by a thread is real good for the issue we just played.
I like both of those.
What was the other one?
I want to be able to
Emotional
have like
I
that.
said unraveling emotions, but like,
Yeah.
Like that's curtains for you
word-
be a little bit later. So if we
Yeah.
curtains need to come up
Cur-
repeatedly.
Oh, don't worry,
Yeah.
I'm on
No,
it.
no, I know.
I'm on it.
You're on
I
it.
it
feel
could be something different. It was just the unraveling
No,
part.
I think that's good. Unraveling emotions might be fine.
I wanted to
No, it
feel like
wasn't that
a start, like
Yeah.
a beginning. That was
Yeah.
a thing.
I also didn't feel like it was that emotional. Not for
Yeah,
not
that's
for
why
everyone.
like that it might be too.
Yeah.
It was the fact that it started with a funeral.
I'm thinking like untangling, but I just don't know. Yeah.
You can use the word weaving if you wanted to.
I also
be
don't think
more
it all
like
needs to
starting.
be puns
They're-
based on my profession.
No, it's not. It was the fact
They
that we
were
fought
Thread monsters.
thread
Right.
monsters the entire issue.
Yeah.
This is all thread monsters, both of them.
Yeah.
Dribble is in no way a thread monster.
No, but
Well,
Wait,
that
Yeah,
Yelling
there was
the
thread
word
stuff at
thread.
the beginning.
Yeah.
those,
Yeah.
like,
Never mind. Yeah, you got me
these
there.
were both ideas I had
Yeah.
from the first issue.
also like it's been relevant throughout.
I would say something about the blizzard, the cold, like winter of our discontent, or something like that for the first
That's
one.
how it like started.
That's-
Because that's what it was about. It was about the cold. It was about the weather. It was about whiteout, and we were there for Rhyme's funeral. Like I think that the cold has a lot more to do with the first one.
Winter of my discontent.
I'm not saying that specifically, but
Yeah.
like but something along those lines.
Made a glorious summer by the son of York.
It's very
that whole
dramatic, both of
thing
you.
for the whole time. Just like just write the
Right.
whole. It gets smaller as it
half the
goes.
cover.
We just name it. We name it
Yeah.
A Cold Day in Hell, and then we cross out Hell and write Peyton City.
I love it. It's perfect.
Christmas in July.
Midwest summer.
Actually, you could call it Midwest weather.
Yeah.
Like that's not
Yeah,
as accurate.
it's not.
Like everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's snowing.
No one is
Summer,
phased by
and
this.
it's snowing.
Yeah.
I
Everyone
like that
just
one a
goes
lot.
about their
Midwest
business.
weather.
Yeah.
So it's my intention to raise a lot of suspicion with the way that they found the state of Professor Sutherland's office, what's going on in the school revolving around him, kind of swirling to a fever pitch when they have to confront Drivel at his apartment. And I wanted them to feel as though they're constantly pulling at this thread and it's unraveling the sweater, and they're not getting really any information or any picture of it. They're just trying to get to the back of the thread to find out where this is coming from. And I think that once they get there, that will make it a big deal because they haven't been able to have a handle on it for so long.
The professor is clearly connected to this in some way. He's at the heart of all of this somehow, either as a victim, and most likely it seems as a victim. His office was ransacked, destroyed. His home was under attack. He has seemingly a lot of information on us and on other things that are happening. But I'm not sure where this is all going, and I'm concerned both for the professor, but also about the professor.
Obviously, there's more to Professor Sutherland than meets the eye. That's obvious. But I also am pretty convinced at this point that there's something fishy going on with Professor Sutherland. I think he's up to no good. I think something bad's going on there.
So Floral Phantom hasn't been a hero for long. And the heroes that she's meeting, she hasn't learned that much about them. She knows, she has heard tell of Coda before because Coda's been around for a while. And she knew kind of about this guy who makes hero suits because there has to be somebody. Riley is somebody that she's never seen before, and she recognizes that, obviously she's part of this hero family, so she must also be a hero. But she seems so angry, and she seems to specifically have a problem with Floral Phantom and Floral Phantom's minions and stuff, and that's something that she's so uncomfortable with because she kind of wants to be a part of this group. Floral Phantom wants to, learn more about being a hero because it seems like she's stuck with these powers for now, and at the very least, couldn't she use them for something better? And maybe these people could help her figure out that.
This RPG is very different for me in particular because I'm playing this unwilling hero character. And so there are a lot of instances where instinctually you would feel like, oh yes, there's a bad guy. I run up, I fight the bad guy. Or I go chase the bagman out of the tree. Or I go save this. Is for Riley, it's very much the opposite of that. I'm not here to get involved. I'm not here to be a hero. But she still has a sense of duty to people. She's not cold-hearted or anything like that. She trains everyday heroes like police officers and whatnot. So she has a sense of responsibility, but she's very torn between the idea of being a hero and doing those hero things and just trying to get through her day-to-day.
Well, I have the principle of self-preservation. I really want to make sure I'm safe and I'm not going to get caught doing things. But I also want to help people, and I'm really inquisitive. And so I tend to go through, if I can, I'll systematically go through different things. Is there information in the safe? I can open a safe and look at it. No, there's nothing. I wish I didn't respect this person's privacy. Sort of, right? And then I will go along and investigate other things. And then when we actually found the secret conspiracy theory, red lines kind of area, there actually was one article in there that was tying Coda, the hero, to Evelyn Cross, which is not something that I want anyone to know. And so I took that really quickly, surreptitiously.
Bespoke doesn't have any memory. EB woke up, only a decade and a half ago. It's not, he doesn't have any past, and no one from his past has ever come forward. It's not like he's been somewhat publicly available. He has figured out how to use a computer and done some Googles and can't find anything about who he is, who he was.
And so he has really embraced this new life of his. And in this new life, he has friends, he has clients, customers, he has a community that he's a part of, but he does not have anyone as close as what he would refer to as family. And so seeing himself with an assortment of quote unquote family was like, well, that's not the life I live. That's not me.
Fun guy, the fighter, and then Pete, the ponytail palm. So they're both fighting guys. Like, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna run up and punch somebody or bite somebody or whatever their little bodies can do. And so that's what they're like imbued with. They are just like soaked in what they are. Like, not to say that they're rage monsters, right? But they are gonna go and try and fight the good fight because that's the energy that Floral Phantom put into them. She has always been like a fighter for the planet. And then it was like, because that was what the passion that was burning in her, now that she is more primal almost, that's what's showing. So like, that's why she's a floral phantom. That and what was happening in the lab at the time, that's how it happened. And so that's why like all of her beings are imbued with these like very pure but very specific ideas of what they're doing, is because she's like just a really passionate person and her passion shows through in her powers, and sometimes that's a problem.
Me as a person, I love what Maggie's doing with her character. I love Mush and Pete and all of these little minions that she's crafting, and they're adorable. They're very true to her character. For Riley, though, it is a huge point of frustration because Riley very much does not. She has a lot of trouble with the idea of relying specifically on your powers to get things accomplished. She's very much about the idea of like the everyman, the hard work and the dedication that it takes to train and get there. And so she's watching this hero who like maybe doesn't know what's going on and is just like, I will solve a problem with this tiny animated mushroom and it will do more damage than you do. And so it's very hard for her to be like, oh my goodness, okay, I've trained for years, and this plant thing is like chomping at people's ankles and doing and what have I gotten into? What is going on here?
I didn't expect Floral Phantom to be making little mushroom guys that come in there and like hug people and try to cheer them up. Like there's just some really interesting things. Coda's stealth and investigation has been just incredibly useful. Bespoke is finding a lot of non-violent ways to deal with situations. Kind of the most interesting character to me right now is Riley, because she really doesn't want to be involved in anything and she keeps getting pulled back in. And it's finding those triggers to what will make her go, yeah, okay, no, I need to fight this.
The three heroes that Bespoke is working with all have their struggles, all have their troubles, all they don't quite fit together quite very well yet, and that's fine. Time will tell on that. Bespoke is hoping to bring them along and encourage them to be their true hero selves, and ultimately get back to work in his workshop because he has a lot to do. But he is more here to support them than he is to be really a part of the team. He doesn't really feel like the heroing life is for him. You just sometimes you do what you got to do.
I really enjoy the fact that there are two characters in this group who don't punch things ever, don't shoot things ever with laser beams, like don't do any sort of like direct combat things. And getting to play one of those is a lot of fun. I am really interested to see if Riley actually becomes a hero at the end as well. I think that's a cool arc.
Thanks for watching this issue of Sentinel Comics, the role-playing game. If you want the next issue, click right here. Bye.